Good morning everybody, my name is Shankarji. Now we will be discussing chapter 4, which is sorting materials into groups. Like we discussed in the previous chapter, we discussed about materials like fiber to fabric. Enormous amount of materials available, natural materials, artificial materials. So how will you study them in a systematic manner? You have to classify them, you have to group them. So we have various methods of grouping or sorting materials into various groups, which we will come to it later on. But first of all, how will you define materials? So materials are substances which we use in our daily lives to fulfill various applications. How will we study these materials in a systematic manner? So we have to study mainly their properties. Properties can be of two types, physical properties and chemical properties. The first and foremost property, which is appearance. So whenever you see a material, what is the first thing which you look? You look into the appearance. Oh, if the appearance is cool, you are attracted towards it. So the main thing is appearance, how the material looks. Like I said, there are many kinds of materials. Metals, non-metals, plastics, polymers. How does appearance matter? Because if you take a metal like say nickel or aluminium, or in fact even copper, silver, gold, platinum, they have a shiny appearance, they have a luster, it is known as metallic luster. Normally metals have a very shiny appearance, so that really makes the metals more attractive. However, if you take about non-metals, they are very dull, they are very useful, however their appearances are quite dull. But if you look at plastics, you can make them shiny appearance, or you can also make them dull appearance based on the requirements. So appearance of materials matters a lot depending on the conditions where you want to place a particular material. So the next property which is normally taken into consideration is the hardness, like how hard a particular material is. Actually there's a scale called hardness scale. See, the talcum powder, the powder which we use, is the lightest material. On the hardness scale, it is given 1 out of 10. It is the lightest material which we known to man. And the hardest substance known to man is, like we all know, it's all our favorite, it's the diamond. So, diamond is the hardest substance known to man. Rating for diamond is 10 out of 10. On a hardness scale, diamond is given 10 on 10. So, that's why it's known as hardness scale. So there are many materials, all the materials are ranked according to their properties, and based on their hardness scale rating, we use them as per the situations. So this is about hardness. Then another useful property is solubility. What do you mean by solubility? Solubility is whether you take a material and you try to dissolve it in a liquid, mainly water, because water is a universal solvent. So if you try to dissolve it, like if you take some salt or sugar and if you dissolve it in water, what happens in a few seconds, or maybe in a few seconds itself, normally it will be completely soluble in water and it will be invisible. You cannot see the salt, see the salt from the water. So solubility is a very, very important property of a material. Suppose if you put this marker and if you dissolve in water, will it be soluble? No, it will be insoluble. So that's how solubility matters a lot. Then we have something known as density. How will you define density? Density is defined as, density of a substance is defined as mass of the substance divided over volume of the substance. That's why it's known as density. And the SI unit is known as kilogram per meter cube. So because the unit of mass is kilogram and the unit of volume is meter cube. So that's why it's known as density. Like density in very short, in very simple terms, it's the thickness of a material. Like what is the density of this marker? So if I measure this, maybe it's around say 10 grams, and if I measure this volume, maybe it's around 100 centimeter cube. So what's the density of this marker? 10 by 100. If you keep it in grams and centimeter cube, that's fine, but the SI unit is kilogram per meter cube. So the density is 0.1, 10 by 100, so 0.1 gram per centimeter cube, which I can convert into kilogram per meter cube if I want. So this is the density of this marker. So density is nothing but the thickness of a solid substance, or it can be a liquid substance, it can also be for a gaseous substance. So density is very, very important for material selection as well. And now we come to transparency. What do you mean by transparency? How transparent the material is? Like say for example, is this transparent? No, it is opaque, because when I keep this in front of light, a shadow will form. A shadow will form. See, you can clearly see the shadow. But if there is a transparent material, it will let the complete light, like a glass. If you have a glass window or a glass pane, it completely we can see through it. So that's why it's known as transparent. So and then suppose if we take a partially transparent, it will be translucent. So we have three kinds of materials based on the amount of light which they allow to pass through them. So the materials which completely allow the lights to pass through them are known as transparent materials, like for example glass. A few materials which partially allow light to pass through them are known as translucent materials. For example, butter paper, oily paper, or it can be a shaded or a colored paper, etc. And the materials which completely block, which don't allow light to pass through them, which they completely reflect, or which do not allow light to pass through them, are known as opaque objects. In other words, the materials which cast shadow by blocking the light is known as opaque objects. So let me recap by saying the basic properties of materials which are mainly considered. They are appearance, hardness, solubility, density, transparency. So this is how the materials are studied, and they are grouped accordingly. So guys, if you have any doubt, you are most welcome to ask me any doubts. So thank you so much guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.